Yo, what is up, guys? So we are back, and we are actually going to dive into a really fun mod today. We completed, some of the other extra tasks in the last episode, but we also completed the modern industrialization. So we're going to take a break away from like computer systems and technology and stuff like that. We're actually going to dive into a mod called Evilcraft. Um, I totally forgot that they do have a quest line for it. And so we're actually gonna get straight into this, and we're gonna try to skip some processes. We're gonna have to create everything, but we're gonna try to skip some processes in this mod pack because we need to get the Mace of Destruction, the Fluid Tank, and we need to get this over here. And to do that, we just gotta work our way through here, and we're gonna do it in this area. We're actually gonna create a mob spawner in this area, which is not going to be difficult. But first things first, let's make a blood collector. Which we should be able to make a majority of these things just because it's so late in the game. We can honestly just create these different objects. And we got this tank as a reward. That's why we had that. Uh, so, well, and I got a vengeance pickaxe, which seems insane because it's right. Yeah, that is kind of insane. Um, but what we're gonna make here is we're going to make these blood collecting things. We're gonna make a few of these. Let's say 9. I want to say 9 is good because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it up 1. So I'm gonna have 9 like that. And then we need to make these spikes also, which I already had saved. We're gonna want 9 of these. Like so. Boom. And then I believe we can have logistical transporters underneath these. Oh, might as well mine it out actually. Doo-doo-doo. I believe what we can do is we can have this, now that it is connected, we could have this run over here. Am I gonna do it this way? I'm going to have it probably to right here, like so, because what we can do is we can run our cable around, and it doesn't have to connect right there. We can bring it like this, so we can still have access to our cable. Uh, and then what we can do is I believe we might be able to just grab a tank. There's a dark fluid tank right here. Oh, wait. See, I didn't know you could make this bigger than what it actually was. So what I actually want to do is I want to be able to see this like so. I don't like that area that it's in. But I'd like to see it. So, oh, okay, so that is what I could do. Okay, so I can have a input. Well, I think that'll just pull it straight into the ME system, which if that's the case, that's all right. We can always just look at it. Import. So if we take a green cable like this, do that, have this facing up, and have that on top of there, and now all we would do is need the, so what we can do is actually bring this down one like this, then right there, then interface, and we can have it like that, or what we could do is we should be able to, what's the best way to set this up? Have that right there. We have it going on. We put that right there on the side. Grab a wrench. The fluid will be going in there, and then we could have our input on the back like this. And actually what we can do is, instead of running it all the way through the ground like that, we can just wrap this around like so. And now that interface should be connected. We need some acceleration cards. Acceleration cards. Boom. And then I don't know how it's going to store in our system. We'll sleep real quick, and then we'll build our mob farm and just get the blood going. Now that we have this basis of this set up, we don't have it covered up. Let's keep things neat if possible. So like this. And then we can also cover this one up like that. Now this is the only one, which we could cover this up with, let's say, like, we could put a block like this. We could change that whenever, but that's fine, just like that. And then now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take some glass, some tinted glass, and we are gonna build around this like this. It doesn't have to be tinted glass because we have, oh, that would actually work. Let's grab some more building blocks. Might be able to use like stairs or something to make this a little bit more nice to look at. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just do 5. Where's our building gadget? Building gadget. Like so. Let's do one more. Oh. There we go. We got our hollow box right here. And what we can do is we should be able to go in here like so. And then place our spawner like that. And we need a skeleton. We need a skeleton spawn egg. Can we make one of these? Yes, we can. Let's make another one. Skeleton spawn egg. Oh, we have skeletons. And what we should be able to do is take a lever, like so, and then get a redstone controller. Put that right there. Right click that there. Come out here. Turn that on. Perfect. Turn that off for now. Do we have, what does our blood look like? Okay, yep, so we have 10 buckets of blood, so that's actually working perfect. The last thing that we need to do is set up a hopper or item. We're gonna do a item from. We're gonna use just dire things at just dire things, and we're gonna make a item collector and a experience hopper. So item collector. We can make one of those. Alright, and then I believe we could do is we could take another import like so. Take that and then put that there. Edit this. And then that's a 3x3 right there. 3x3 like that. And we need it to go. Alright, now that's the whole area. And that should take everything in here. But the only thing that we don't want a deny list on pickup. We want everything to be picked up. And I should just put it all in the system. And we want to do the XP collector so that we have our XP experience holder. Is there experience collector? XP collector. Experience. So if we craft one of these, slap it right here. I think you have to automatically add this. Go collect experience. Okay, and then move this. Like so, and then now that should just collect experience. So now if we turn this on, make sure our magnet's off. This might have to be attached to a chest. Let's grab a chest. Actually, we could just do it this way. We just enter chest it. So then that won't have to be there. We could put this right here. And then move this right there. Now this should be picking everything up. Oh, I just seen some arrows go in there, so yeah, it should be working now. So then that's doing that, and then now if we look at blood, yep, we have 87 buckets of blood in there. And then let's get an item frame. Put that in there, so while this is running, collecting blood, and then it's also collecting experience, which is nice. And then, so now all we need to do is we need to create the other stuff now. We got this done. We got blood automated, which is extremely nice. So make an infusion crystal, a dark power gem is like putting a dark gem into a blood infuser, which takes dark gem into a blood infuser. How do you make a blood infuser? Okay. Ah, so I need to put blood into a squeezer. We have one of these. So what we can do is we'll just pop this right here for right now. We can then, actually what we can do is actually let's put a interface down, interface, my bad, pattern. We put a pattern provider down. Take some of our cables. Do this, and if we put this on top, it should be connected now. And if we take an induction card, should be able to have this exert power into here. And then now all we need to do is pump blood into there, which should be easy enough through a exporter. So if we slap an exporter right there, take some regular, we can mute these sounds real quick. So much better. Okay, we need anchor. And then we also need acceleration cards. So let's put that anchor there. Take the acceleration cards and put blood right there. Now this is filling up with blood. Oh, I need the drying basin. Not that one. Let's go to sleep real quick. I do have a mechanical drying basin, so that's literally just take that off. Drying, whether it's do that, and then put blood in there. Blood, like so. Build up with blood. We just tick accelerate this. Alright, and we can go downstairs and smelt this stuff in an energized smelter. Cool. So now we should be able to go at evil, take these out. Another quest complete. And then to make this, we need to make one of these, which takes one of these, which, oh, you get it from a dark powered block, which we have some right here. So now we should be able to do this with these and make some of those, make that. And then we should be able to make this. Toss that in there. This isn't powered. This has, okay, this is basically powered now. You look at it that way. This has all of the, so now we need some of these, because we toss those in there. Speed that up. Now we have a bunch of those. But we're getting rewards. So we got some dust, we got another tank. So we can put a tank and the dust in there, and the induction cards. Keep everything else on us right now. So now we've made it to this point. This is where it starts to get a little wonky, I guess is a good way to say it. Well, there's a Revenge of the Spirits. Okay, let's just go through this process. Let's get to this real quick. All right, so to make a upgrading orb, you need iron promissory, which takes 10,000 blood. So get an iron block, which is not a big deal because we have everything needed. All right, so we have 3 of those. So take that away, that away, that away, that away, that away, and that away. So now to get this, we have to make this right here. And to make that right here, we need to make one of these. So to make one of these, it's just like this, and then like that. And now we can toss that in there. Speed that up so it doesn't take forever. There we go. Now we can make more of this. So now we can make our first orb of tenacity. Put it in there, that changes the size so it can hold 40,000 now. And then how much blood do we have? We have enough blood. Yeah, that's full. So we got the Promise of Tenacity 1, which is done. Now we need the Tenacity 2, which is a gold block. Gold block. Toss that in there. Speed her up. We got that done. And now we need to make this one, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's the same exact thing. Almost the same exact thing. So we just need to grab a bowl of this, and then we need to put it in there. And then put it like that. Now we have the Tenacity 2. Which gives it even more. And now we need to make the third one, which is a diamond block. You can see kind of the structure, like the way this is going. Boom, now we have a diamond orb. And to craft this, you just need to do this process inside one of these. And then you can craft this one, which is the third one. Take that out, put that in. Now it holds 640,000. I believe you can have 4 in there or something like that, which is insane. And now we need to make this dust right here, which should not be an issue. To make this dust, you need a Vengeance Essence Spirit, which gets into Revenge of the Spirits. So we need to make one of those. We need to make a ring. And then we need to kill a Vengeful Spirit. So we need to put this ring on, like so. And I forget, let's read up on it real quick. So, sometimes when you kill a mob, vengeance spirits will spawn. Their essence seems to be useful with evilcraft, so we need to kill some mobs. I don't know if pigs count. I want to say it has to be. Oh no, vengeance spirit, which you can't kill that without a... If I remember correctly, to be able to kill that, you need to make a vengeance focus. Right, or capturing spirits. Oh, capturing spirits is a vengeance. Okay, maybe I need to make another one of these rings real quick. So I have the ring on, and then if you take this ring, you can actually Spectral glasses, no. Make a vengeance ring and toggle it on to attract more spirits during your battles. Okay. And then there is a... There's a certain way, like, you have to kill them. Try to think of what it is. There's like a certain tool that you can point at them. It's not a vein sword. Broom. It's not a ring. It's something that you create with this, I thought. So let's go evil craft real quick. At evil craft. And I believe there is a like there's like a freeze and also a like attack. Not mace of destruction, not display, not wand. Let's see, what is it? Vengeance ring. Okay. That's just enable, right click to enable vengeance spirit freezing beam. So it's like this. So let's try this one more time because we... How's it frozen? Oh, piercing vengeance, right click to kill. So I gotta make this. Let's make that. That's what we need. I knew it was something. I just hate that it doesn't tell you clearly in the hey, make this so that you can kill them, but that's all right. So we will sleep real quick. And all we need to do is take this and turn this into this, which we just need the blood, which we can make that super fast. If we go, we need to make this, some of these. But yeah, there's crafting, so we just have to speed it up. So now we have 2. So now if we take this, we should be able to make that, which we can. Yep, so now we get it. We did get it. So let's just kill a couple more real quick. Oh, they can't hit you. That's what it is. Once they hit you, they despawn. Now we got 2. Let's get 1 more for good luck. Alright. So that is this quest done. And this quest done. And now let's clear out our inventory. So we need this, don't need this. We're gonna need the weather container, don't need that, don't need that, or that, or that, or that, or that. We'll keep these on us for right now. Don't need that or that. Alrighty. And this guy, what do you have to offer? Nothing useful. Am I still wearing a ring? Damn it, you're making me destroy shit. Thank you, go away. Okay. Now, so we created this, I believe, right? So we have this now, and so actually no, to create this, it's like this. Oh, and it's not used up. That's nice. Let me toss that in there. And that recipe should be going now. It is. So let's get our time wand filled up. Speed that up. Take the 5 of those. So that's done. We made the piercing. So we need to make one of these, which is now we're about to get into another portion of this. So this is iron done, that done, that done, that done. You can make the dark sticks real quick. Oh, you need undead logs. You're not there. We can get there, but we're not there yet. We make this. So we have some of those. We can make these. We have some of those. Now we need to make the struck by lightning. Wait, do you have to? Yes, these have to be struck by, quote unquote, struck by lightning. And you can get this bottle. You can, I believe, toss it in. So that Evil Craft has these things that are around. They're like stands. We can find one. They're not super hard to find. So I'll look for like floating beams in the air. They're like weather control towers, I guess is a way to put it. Because if you drop certain things in there during certain different points of weather, it'll change the weather and then also like give you stuff in return. I know we've passed like a bunch of them. We just gotta find where one is located. We can look on our map here and find one. All right, so we are here. Okay, so we are here, and this is what this place looks like. This right here. It wasn't that hard to find. It took me a little bit of time, but usually throughout your world you see them and you kind of just keep a good eye on them. But now that it's raining, if I toss this empty weather container right here, as you can see, it gets lifted up, charged, and now the rain will stop, and we have a weather container when the rain begins to fall. So now if we go home, what we can do, because I was looking it up in recipes, I believe when it begins to rain, if you add, well, you can get internal water bucket, which is cool, glowstone to it, you get the thunderstruck, which is, I want to say new, because before you had to wait for lightning and all that, and it was very difficult. But now I believe with thunderstruck, now you can create lightning grenades, which we need lightning grenades, which is right there. And the reason for that is because we need to, maybe this strike with lightning to empower. So we need to strike one of these with lightning, I believe. Which if we toss this down right there. There we go. We have empowered it. And now we should be able to toss it into here. Okay. Is this full? Oh, my magnet's on. Oh, no, now I can create this. Cool, 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 cool. That's what we needed. We needed that to be able to create the mace. Now we just need to get undead trees, which if we take a sapling, doesn't matter what type of sapling, just a sapling. And then if we put it through a alloy smelter, like so. So we take those, put those in there, and give it some coal. like so. We get the undeads and we throw those in there. We get the undead saplings, and what we can do, we can take this and we can grab some bone meal. Bone meal. Grow like that. Chop her down, and then we can actually take this and put that in there. Now this should make, I wonder if it won't because it's confused. There we go. But now if I put these back in there, nope, it'll make both of them. Nice. So now we have unlimited undead logs. And then you take undead logs, undead planks, throw those in there, and then now you can make your undead sticks, and now we can make our mace of destruction, which I believe can just be charged up by putting in here. Up in there. Boom. Mace of destruction fully charged up. We also need to make a lightning bomb, which is pretty simple. We have everything to make it. We have the lightning grenade plus TNT. This is a lightning bomb. And honestly, I think that's everything from here that is needed. And we just completed Evil Craft. So that's a pretty easy thing for us to do. Because now if we go back to all the mod star, we have the piercing. Oh, we need 2 of those. My bad. So we need to make another blood orb. To make a blood orb, you need glass. Make another blood orb. Boom. And we should be able to make another one of these. Oh. Like so. Now we completed this quest. Now we completed this quest and the Mace of Destruction quest. So now we can toss all of this back into our ME system. And we can call that a day and call it a video because we just completed Evil Craft. So in the next video, we will look into another one of the mods and see if we can go ahead and complete that and just see how that goes. Right now, I'm just going to shut this off because let's see how much blood we have actually right now. Blood, 541 buckets, which is plenty. We have 74 levels right there. And so we don't need this running constantly, but we have that just in case we need it. The other thing that I was interested in from the mob spawner were these hearts, because like say we have this blue heart, all these different hearts. So like if you take these, you can make this pendant. And then what you can do with this pendant is you can put these heart canisters in there. So if we take some of these, we can make these heart canisters. Let's just, oh, we need these apples. We can make 7 of those right now. What we can do is we can pull this open, throw that in there, and then when we wear this, it'll give us 7 extra hearts. So it's just, and you can continue to make that super OP. So we'll probably do that in between episodes and whatnot. But for as of right now, that is just how that is. But I'll see you guys in the next episode when we dive into a new mod and see how that goes. Because now we have a lot of stuff done and a lot more that we can do.